Now, I don't know about you, but when it comes to cookies, I'm a big fan of Chewy. So let's go ahead and make some of these wonderfully soft and chewy lemon sugar cookies. It's a great way to zest up your day. First up here, we want 2 sticks, that is 1 cup of room temperature butter. To that, we're going to add 1.5 cups of sugar. Now, here's a trick to get maximum lemification. See, rather than adding our lemon zest later on, we're going to add it now during the creaming process. That way, all those crystals from the sugar are going to help pulverize our lemon zest, drawing out all those lemon essential oils. So after adding the zest of 3 lemons, we're going to go ahead and cream together our sugar, lemon, and butter until it becomes light and fluffy. Now, I'll be honest, most of the time I consider this creaming step to be optional, and I'll just melt the butter and mix everything all together in one giant bowl, and believe it or not, that actually works just as well for the most part. But with that lemon zest in there, I do think it's worth taking just a little bit of extra time, so let's scrape down the bowl and beat it just for another minute or so here. At this point, we're also going to add 1 large egg, and the reason we add this separately is that it doesn't matter how much we beat these ingredients, but it does matter how much we beat our dry ingredients, starting with 2.5 cups of all-purpose flour, along with half a teaspoon of baking soda and half a teaspoon of salt. And finally, the juice from 2 of our lemons, that's going to be about 1/4 of a cup or so. Now we just want to get this all mixed together into our lemon sugar cookie dough. Now we really don't want to overmix this, just work it until everything comes together. We're not trying to develop the gluten or anything. Once our cookie dough is ready, we have 2 main choices. We can go ahead and portion this out and bake it right now, or we can chill it and bake it later. Now the conventional cookie wisdom says chilling is better, but I actually did a video where I tested that fairly at length and I really couldn't tell any difference. Check out the link in the top right for that video. But because of that extra liquid from the lemon juice, this cookie dough is going to be a little looser than your average dough. So if you wanted to chill it for an hour or 2 to make it easier to work with, that would also be fine. To get it portioned out, I like using one of these little scoops just to keep things consistent. Once we have our little ball of cookie dough, the one final thing we want to do is actually roll this in a little bit of sugar. Yes, I know, things weren't quite sweet enough already. Well, hey, they are called sugar cookies after all. And as the ancient Greeks said, all things in moderation. Except when you're eating sugar cookies. That last part might have been a sugar-induced hallucination. Anyway, let's whisk these off to a 375-degree oven where they're going to bake between 10 and 15 minutes. When you see a hint of golden brown around the outside, they're done. If you want yours perfectly round, space them out a little more than I did, but I really don't mind a batch bake like this. You can't really see it on the camera too well, but these have a really fun little layer of crystals on the top from that sugar. I really love how these come out. That lemon flavor tastes so fresh, and the chewiness, just forget about it. There's nothing crummy about these cookies. I really hope you've enjoyed today's episode of Passion for Food. If you have, give me a thumbs up below, and don't forget to subscribe and hit that little bell so you don't miss our future videos. And check out one of our other recipes on the screen now. This has been Graham with Passion for Food.